The 1960s Civil Rights Movement. An arduous, trying, and selfless time in our nation's history that embodied the passion felt by those dreaming of a better tomorrow with just and equal treatment for all. You may believe that, in fact, racism has long since been eradicated, that oppression is a thing of the past, and that the dream that Martin Luther King talked about 50 years ago has finally become a reality. Nevertheless, I would disagree. Although the Civil Rights Act of 1964 made it a federal crime to blatantly discriminate against someone due to their race or ethnicity, it did not protect people of color from discrimination that was not explicitly verbalized. This created a window that allowed for the declaration of the war on drugs by the idol of all conservatives, Ronald Reagan, in 1982. The war on drugs is a name attributed to the American military, political, and social effort to combat illegal drugs through the implementation of stringent drug laws. You're probably wondering, what's wrong with that? Well, the answer is simple. The problem is that the war on drugs is the single greatest contributor of mass incarceration in the United States. Further, it is also a well-disguised system of racial discrimination and targeting. Evidence of this can be seen in the ridiculous difference in mandatory minimums between crack and powder cocaine. You see, despite the fact that crack and powder cocaine are the same drug with differing physical presentations, Congress decided to give someone carrying 1 gram of crack cocaine the same prison sentence as someone carrying 100 grams of powder cocaine. Why, you might ask? Well, it's probably because crack cocaine is most commonly consumed by people of color, specifically black males. In fact, under Congress's decision, 85% of the people sentenced for cocaine possession were men of color. These drugs have made nearly 80% of Chicago's African American males convicted felons, which means that they can now legally be denied schooling, job admission, and even voting. And it's not because blacks are more prone to engaging in drug crimes. Studies consistently show that people of all races use and sell illegal drugs at remarkably similar rates. So then, with this in mind, only one assumption remains. That is, that there is a disparate, biased treatment of blacks in the criminal justice system and in criminal drug laws. The war on drugs is undeniably, almost exclusively waged against people of color. All evidence points to the fact that the war on drugs has disproportionately affected communities of African Americans and Hispanics due to institutionalized bias. Americans need to realize this truth, break the chains of silence, and fight for the human rights of their neighbor. We, as an American people, can do better.